To get this open, you're going to need a hex bit 1.5 and a Phillips number 1, a stick of some sort, tweezers, and some sort of pry or thumbnail. That's what I usually use. Take your 1.5 hex and take the 6 screws out. And you're going to take your flat tool or your thumbnail and just separate this plastic and just run it up the whole edge. And be careful here, the volume and power buttons will fall out. Don't lose them. To disconnect the battery, you can just grab the cable and pull it right out. Right here you have the speaker wire. Same thing, you're just gonna grab the actual wire and pull it out. And then you need to disconnect the ribbon cable here. That's what connects to the screen. So first you need to fold this flap up. That locks it in place. And I grab my stick and get under it. Pull it right out. Next you're going to need your Phillips number 1 to remove 7 screws. You might only have 6. For some reason there's an empty slot. Go ahead and take those out. And then to remove the board, you want to grab up here at the top and lift it. You also need to move this ribbon cable down to let it slip through the hole, because it likes to get caught. So just be gentle with it. And then from here you have access to all the buttons. Be careful with the home button, it's not actually held in place, it will fall out. And always be careful with these rubber membranes so you don't tear them. But just like that, you can take these buttons out, put some new ones in. Each button has 3 tabs, and one of them is just a bit bigger than the other 2. So the bigger one needs to go to the left, right here. Alright, now for reassembly. I'll put this back. Alright, to get the board back in, first you want to make sure the speaker wire is out of the way. Thread the ribbon cable through the hole. And you want to start at the bottom here. Make sure the headphone jack and USB-C are lined up and just kind of push it in there. You'll know it's lined up properly when these little gray tabs here are in the hole. Now we can start putting the screws back in. Now you put the speaker wire back in. Getting the ribbon cable in can be a pain in the butt sometimes. You might have to retry it a few times to get it all the way in, but if you hold the lock up with one hand and just kind of bend it down, like this, and just kind of push it a little bit, make sure it's in all the way, and you lock it. It should look like this, just a little bit of brown still showing. Now to install the power button, I use the tweezers, just kind of drops into place there. And then next you're going to do the volume, same thing, just drops in there. Now we can connect the battery. and we can close it up. Make sure your power and volume is all set. Test out your face buttons. Everything feels good. Go ahead and put your 6 screws back in and you're done.